Well, howdy there, ladies and gentlemen. So today I just want to do a little bit of a fun video. Well, it's a little fun, it's a little motivational in a way. It's a video about 5 times I was very desperate for money. All of these times came in 2016. They all came last year when I was starting my businesses. I was very desperate for money. And we're going to talk about these 5 different times when I just so far underpriced some of these jobs and I was just desperate for money and had to do whatever I had to do. And so I'm going to share this with you guys today so you know that just, on the grind and you're desperate for money, you got to do some things sometimes. So we're going to talk about this. Now, why was I even in this pickle in the first place, right? Why was I even in this predicament? Well, in late 2014, I quit my job at Quick Trip, right? And I just wanted to enjoy the first year of my son being born and all that good stuff. So I did that. Then we moved out here to Las Vegas. I was burning through money left and right all this time because, between bills and then also, the move and whatnot, like to move all our stuff from Charlotte, North Carolina out here to Las Vegas, like that was like, I don't know, $5,000 or $10,000. Like I was just burning through money like it was nobody's business. And I was still trying to live a lifestyle that was like the same lifestyle I had when my wife and I were making, 6 figures a year working at Quick Trip, right? So I'm still, going out to eat and doing all this kind of stuff. I was burning money left and right. And on top of that, 2015 was the year of greed for me. So I tried, margin trading, trying to do short-term trading, like all this stuff that did not make me successful in the stock market. What made me successful in the stock market is long-term investing and thinking long-term and sticking to all the principles I stick with. That's what got me so much success in the stock market. And I was trying to go a total different route, and I ended up losing myself $75,000. I lost my wife $25,000. Combined, we lost $100,000 in 2015. And I was burning money left and right because I had no income, literally no income at all. And so I was burning through money left and right, no income, lost $100,000 trying to do short-term trading. What a freaking disaster. So I had myself in a bad pickle. So I needed to start businesses. I needed to start something. So I started my real estate marketing company at the very, very end of 2015. So, that's how I was even in this situation. I had to make money, like I can't go to zero. Like my money was going down so fast, it was freaking disgusting, guys. So this first job I ever had, well, the first couple jobs I had were for like friends, family. So like in-laws and like parents of somebody or something. So I don't even like count those jobs, right? My first real job was for this realtor that worked for Sotheby's. She had this like $3 million listing. I think it was over $3 million. It was an unbelievable house. Like what a job to get for my like very first real job, right? And she wanted to know how much I was going to charge. And at first I had said like $299, which was still like way underpriced when you consider I was doing a full video for this house. That was going to be at least 3 hours of filming, right? At least 3 hours. St. George, Utah from Las Vegas is like a 2-hour ride. So I was going to be 2 hours there, 2 hours back. That's like a 4-hour, in driving time alone. Then on top of this, obviously 3 hours of filming. And then anybody that's ever been a videographer or filmed, if you're basically filming something for like 3 hours, then you can basically double your edit time, because basically whatever you filmed is going to take you at least double that time to edit it, right? So at least 3 hours of filming, another 6 hours plus of editing, right? And I was doing 4 hours of drive time, and she wasn't that interested, it sounded like, at $299, so I came down to $199 and I got the job. So for $199, I went and filmed this unbelievable $3 million house. It was still one of the nicest houses I've ever done. It's not the nicest house, but it's certainly one of the nicest houses I've ever filmed. And it was a cool job and whatnot, but think about that, guys. For $199, I drove over 4 hours, spent a whole tank of gas. I filmed for 3, maybe a little longer than 3 hours. I came home, edited all it, put it in links, like put it up on YouTube for her, all this kind of stuff, gave her all this, Sotheby's branding and whatnot, guys. This was like over a day investment I spent into this. And then, plus the expenses of that, and plus I'm using thousands of dollars of equipment for $199, guys. But it was my first real true job that I've ever counted. And what a job. I mean, it was over a $3 million house. This house was unreal house. So, it was a start, and I was desperate, and I'm just happy I got the job. So the second story is basically a compound of that job. I was started to send that link that I did for that job around to other realtors and showing off what I can do for you. So I had this other realtor be very interested, and she was a pretty good sized realtor here in Las Vegas who worked for Berkshire Hathaway, the home side of Berkshire Hathaway. So, we had this meeting, right? And I was super nervous for the meeting to begin with. Like, I kind of, you know, back then I definitely got nervous. Like this was before YouTube, or maybe it was around the time I started my YouTube channel, because I started my YouTube channel in January 2016, so it might have been around that time, but needless to say, I was very nervous for the meeting and whatnot, and I'm like trying to show off some of these tools I had at the time and whatnot, and some of these things I could record with and whatnot, but the meeting still went pretty good. So then they asked me at the meeting, and I was just kind of going there for more like showing them my luxury home products and whatnot. And, you know, what I could do for them as far as filming, as videography and whatnot. And then she asked me, like, you know, if I could do community videos. And at that time, I had never, like, heard of community videos or anything like that. She wanted me to, like, you know, film a whole entire community and then, you know, send her, you know, the whole edited video, basically. I charged $49 for that. I didn't know what to say at the time. I told her $49, guys. And I'm a man of my word, so if I told somebody a price, I'm gonna keep my price. So I did those community videos for $49 each. $49. And imagine doing a community video. You got to go around, film all these different parks and film all these gates and film all the you know, different houses on the street, and it's just, oh my gosh, guys, it's so much work. And then you got to edit all that and whatnot. And I was doing those for $49, for $49. And what I should have done at that time, but of course I'm brand new in business, I don't know all this stuff, right? What I should have done is I should have said, you know, let me think about that for a bit. I'll get back to you as far as a price. And that's what I should have done, guys. That's what I should have done. But I was desperate for money, and I didn't know any better. And I was just like, oh, $49 to do that for you. It's like, oh my gosh, guys, $49. I was doing them community videos. These shoots took, you know, several hours to do, and then the editings took several hours. I was probably making less. I was making less than if I worked Taco Bell drive-thru or something like that, guys. Like below minimum wage when you add it up on an hourly basis. What a mess. But that was my first really good customer, and I'm still mad I actually lost that customer, because they would be doing at least $2,000 to $4,000 worth of work, because they had a lot of luxury homes I could have done videos for, and I was charging like $199 to $299 per home for them, and I lost them. You know why I lost them as a customer? Because this one time I filmed this beautiful house for them, and I was such a little rookie that I forgot to turn on autofocus on my camera, and so a lot of the video is out of focus, guys. Oh my gosh, just so painful, so painful. The next story up here. So you know, I was emailing a lot of different customers at that time. And this realtor group, they contact me, and they wanted me to do like videos for all of them. So like film them, do voiceover and all that kind of stuff. And you know, they get up and they talk about, you know, why somebody should go with them and how long they've been in the industry and how long they work for XYZ company and whatnot, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know how to price this one, so I gave a price on a phone of $99. I charged $99 total, and I filmed all these different realtors that work for this company, guys. It was like hours and hours of filming, and then I had to edit it, and those edits took a long time because it was like with a green screen in the back, and then they all wanted like separate colors, and they all wanted separate this and separate that. Oh my gosh, guys. And then the worst part was I was still making these rookie mistakes, so I didn't check before the video started. I didn't check, and guess what? The mic wasn't even on. The main microphone, it was not on. I did have a backup, which I was recording the voice from the iPad. Oh my gosh, guys. So lucky enough, otherwise I would have definitely lost that job, and how embarrassing would that have been. But still, like the audio quality wasn't nearly as good as it should have been. I forgot to turn the freaking microphone on, and I never even bothered to check to make sure it was right. I was making so many rookie mistakes. And so when you're starting a business, guys, like, you know, you're going to make a lot of these stupid, innocent mistakes that, you know, just come back to bite you when you're a new guy in the industry and you don't know. Yeah, what a mess. The next one up here. So this next one, this was also for a realtor out of St. George, but she was selling a house here in Vegas, right? And her boyfriend is this, you know, lawyer, right? And he's like probably a lawyer, probably doing more in money than anybody in Las Vegas, in my opinion. This is like a big time lawyer, right? And he wants to do, and I don't even know if I should say this because, well, not everybody lives in Las Vegas, so it doesn't matter. But he likes to do these pictures on motorcycles. He likes to be like on a chopper. Like he had this sick chopper at his house, right? And so he wanted me to do like a photo shoot for him on a chopper. And he's like, yeah, how much will you do this for? I was like, $10. I did $10. $10. These billboards are all over Las Vegas. These billboards are all over Arizona because he also has an Arizona branch for his law firm and whatnot. Oh my gosh, guys, I charged $10 for a photo. I had no clue. I was like, oh, this is only going to take me, I don't know, 20 extra minutes or 30 extra minutes. You know, who cares? I charged $10, guys. This is something people charge hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars for. I mean, I should have licensed. I should have said you can have it free, but you got to license it for every you know, billboard you want to put up. It's $100 per billboard. He's got so much money. He probably would have said, "Oh, that's fine. You know, no big deal. Let's do it." Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, $10. He gave me a $10 tip on top of that. So technically I made 20 bucks from the job. But guys, can you believe that? His billboards are all over Las Vegas, all over Arizona. And I took his pictures for $10, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a unbelievable rookie mistakes. It's unbelievable. And so this last story I have up here. This realtor contacted me out of Beverly Hills. They have a lot of luxury listings. Well, I mean, if you have homes in Beverly Hills and Bel Air, like almost all the homes are luxury homes in that area, right? They're all several $1 million at least. So he wanted to know how much I would charge. And so I was doing it for $299. $299, just think about this. From Vegas to LA is 4 hours if you have no traffic at all. No traffic is 4-hour drive. But usually you hit some traffic, so you're looking more toward 5 to 6 hours, guys. So I was spending at least a full day in the car. We're talking, you know, minimum, best case scenario, 8 hours in the car. Worst case scenario, 10 to 12 hours in a car, guys. Then obviously I gotta film the whole house. It takes a couple hours and then edit all it. I was basically spending 2 full days for $299, guys. And never mind a, you know, tank of gas and all the mileage I was put on my car and whatnot, all to go out there and film some homes, guys. I was just desperate. I just needed the money. I needed the money because I had bills and I didn't want to keep eating up savings. And, you know, it's the hard stuff of starting a business, and I'm in such a better place now, and I'm so thankful for it. But man, those early day grind, guys, it's freaking hard out there. It's freaking hard when especially when you come into an industry where you had no connections. I had no connections in the real estate industry. 0 connections in real estate. 0. Came in, just brand new guy, just trying to do my thing. I wasn't even very good at videos. I didn't even have pictures at that time. I wasn't even doing pictures. I didn't start that till late 2016. Started really up in my photography game, and that's really what pushes my business nowadays is honestly the photography game over the videography game. So just know if you're going to start a business, if that's something you want to do, like you're going to make a lot of rookie mistakes. Don't beat yourself up on about it. It's fun to look back at and laugh at once you've succeeded and once you got through all that. But man, holy smoke, some of these stories I look back and I'm like, I did that for this price? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, it's unbelievable, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Just kind of me telling some stories about my past and whatnot as far as starting up my real estate company. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys are all here, you're already subscribed to the channel. There's no reason to say that. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day. I forgot to tell you part of the story. I forgot to tell you the part about the realtor I was working for in LA, guys. I forgot to tell you this, so I got to add this on. So they wanted all of a sudden an extra service. At first, I thought I was just doing videos of the house, which is why I gave that $299 price point. Then all of a sudden, last minute, when I get on the job site, he also wants photos for the house. So I was like, okay, I'm already here. I'll just charge him an extra $100. So it was supposed to be like $399 is what that bill was supposed to be, right? Then he has the nerve, you know, once I sent him the invoice, he said, no, you said it was going to be $299. It was like, well, you got the extra photo service, like that wasn't what we talked about at first. So I ended up having to take the hit on that, guys. I had to take the hit. Time when I was pretty desperate for money, I had to take the $100 hit on that. I pull up in a Nissan Versa at that time that was worth, I don't know, $9,000 or $10,000. This guy drives a $350,000 Bentley. $350,000 Bentley. I had to look it up when I was done the job. And he was trying to, you know, fight over $100, guys. I'm the one that ended up having to take that $100 hit just because, you know, I always believe if there's any discrepancy, we'll go with what the customer says. And technically, I didn't tell him at that time it was going to be an extra $100. I just assumed that, you know, common sense, well, if you want this extra service, of course it's going to be an extra $100, guys. He drives a $350,000 Bentley, and he was trying to quabble over $100. Oh my gosh, so I took the hit on that. That's just the other part of the story. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.